God, am I the first to arrive? Arriving first, nobody else is here. As you can see, it's just me, myself, and I. So obviously, I'm not always late now, am I?
I'm not gonna apologize that I'm late because these bitches are always late.
Chioma came on time. Where's the trophy? Where? This is for you, Chioma.
See, today's episode of The Real Housewives of Lagos, just The Real Housewives of Lagos, is now that we are seeing what The Real Housewives of Lagos is. Today's episode just had shades going left, right, and center. Like, we could just see subtle shades. They will throw shade like this. If you're not attentive, you will not catch that shade. You will not know that they're throwing shade at you. That was what this episode was all about. Just give me shade. So hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Adobe. Kindly subscribe and hit that bell button so you get notified whenever I make a post. I talk about lifestyle, I talk about events, I talk about eventually everything entertainment. That's me. So today's episode of The Real Housewives of Lagos started with a sip and paint event, and it was just 3 of the housewives that actually attended this. I think they just wanted it to be within themselves. That is Toyin, MARIAM, and Chioma. And it's not surprising why Chioma of all people would be there. I know Toyin and MARIAM are friends, but Chioma, but it's interesting. Let's go. Let's see what they have for us. So the sip and paint event started. Then the instructor came, welcomed them, and told them that he's going to instruct them or direct them on how to go about the sip and paint. Then the next thing is one shade just came, and then the conversation about how was the whole reconciliation from last episode. What's up with the whole reconciliation? What do they think about it?
Bias or like equal, straightforward, fair? What did you think about the whole thing anyway?
That you sat down there, you were looking plastic. Like I couldn't even read your emotions.
And then Toyin said, you were just there sitting like a plastic. And I'm like, Toyin, like, I wasn't expecting Toyin's response like that. Like, Toyin has bad mouth. If we have to say the truth, her mouth is very bad, and you shouldn't even try to compete with her mouth. She knows how to respect herself, but when you want to give it to her, like when you want to bring dirty, like she has a way of telling you this is how it's supposed to be, you get. So she was like, we're just there sitting plastic, and then you could not even defend your friend. In my head I'm like, well, I don't think Chioma should have actually defended or go and fight with Caroline per se, because that is Caroline's fight. Because I'm your friend doesn't mean I have to take up your battle, you get. So whoever or however they met, or whatever the cause of their problem was, that is between Caroline and Laura. I don't think Chioma was actually supposed to be involved.
The shade. I said it was looking like peacock, like a ballerina.
Caroline is your friend, and you're acting plastic. And you're acting like, bitch, I didn't tell you nothing. I don't want to get involved.
Same thing with Toyin. Toyin did not get herself involved in the whole fight, because according to Toyin, whenever or when they went to see the so-called governor, she was not there. She was not a party to it. So it's none of her business. But she wouldn't take that Laura would insult her in public or take advantage of her in public, and then when she goes behind, she will now start apologizing that no, she's not going to take that love.
Maybe Laura thought I would come there and come and start doing street fighter, motor combat. You cannot disrespect me outside and expect me to stand up for you. No. You say friendship is right or die. Friendship, that kind of friendship is stupidity.
We're not seeing Chioma and Toyin actually discussing or having an argument between who is relevant, who is into competition, or who comes in with the whole fame thing. And I'm just wondering, why are people having this conversation? Because the whole housewife actually think that Chioma comes late to events because she wants to make a grand entrance, like she wants to be noticed. So that's what most of the housewives think, and that's why Toyin actually brought up that conversation that, see, Chioma, I know you come late to events because you just want to make a grand entrance.
No,
Babe,
do you know what?
Purposely.
Toyin, do you know the funny thing? If I come in at the end, I always make an entrance anyway.
Baby girl, I will help you make your grand entrance because that is what I do for a living.
But no, you cannot beat me because I'm the queen of fashion, I'm the king of fashion. And then that whole conversation of I I am the king of fashion, or I make grand entrance, you cannot stand me, you cannot do this. It was weird to watch though, because I think the sky is big enough for everybody to fly. You are good at this and she is good at certain things, so can you people just stay, like, do your thing and let everybody just do their thing? There should be no need for that competition or rivalry between the two of them. I know, yes, Chioma sometimes overdoes it, but I don't know if that's her personality or she just does that because, yes, she just wants to be noticed. You know, there's some people that actually like that. They just love to be noticed. Like, they wouldn't say much, but just notice me. Notice me with my actions, but you will not get a word from me. So
what I will wear, you can't wear it. If you wear it, you look like a mad person. Yeah, you always want to make it an entrance.
I don't even want to. I will regardless.
You see what I'm saying?
That's the point.
So I know. So I know that this entrance is...
Like, the spotlight comes to me. I don't put myself in the middle. The photographers, the videographers, they all put me in the middle. And they do that for a reason. If my star is bright, my star's always going to be bright. So I suggest you go and get your sunglasses, because guess what? I'm not diminishing myself for no one.
The next thing that happened, or the next thing that we now saw, is Iyabo's daughter's birthday. That is Priscilla's 21st birthday. Remember some episodes ago, I think like two episodes ago, we saw Toyin trying to dress, trying to style Priscilla, that's Iyabo's daughter, for her photo shoot, and that photo shoot was actually very nice. I love the whole thing. I love the whole concept, the whole black thing and all of that. So now today is the birthday, and one thing I love about Iyabo is that she's a very adventurous woman. She's also industrious as well, and I love that she's actually inculcating that into her children at 21 years old. Like, Priscilla is a graduate, Priscilla is an entrepreneur, she's having everything for herself. Because during that, when Iyabo actually talked about her 21st birthday, Iyabo said, you know what, I'm only going to buy, or I'm only going to pay for the hall, and every other thing you would have to take care of it. So coming to see the events today and the whole setup, I'm really impressed. If it is actually Priscilla that paid for that event, that paid for the whole organization of that event, then I'm super impressed about it, and she deserves an accolade. Yes, so congratulations to Priscilla on her 21st birthday. And as usual, okay, first, I didn't even tell you, during the sip and paint, Chioma actually was the first person to come. I think she actually came first so that she was like, okay, I'm no longer the late comer. Because last week's reconciliation was all about who comes early and who comes late. And Chioma, they gave Chioma that crown and said, Chioma, take this as your crown because you're always coming late. So this sip and paint event, she actually came first. And I'm like, is this Chioma? So should we actually go with that thought that Chioma deliberately comes late? But since after this fight, she decided to say, you know what, let me confess and show you that I can confess. You get? So during Iyabo's event, Caroline came first. I have to give it to Caroline. Caroline always comes early to an event. My problem with coming is not about who comes first and who comes, but my problem is, an event is for 3 o'clock and you come 4 hours late. I think that is disrespectful. If you come 1 hour late, we can understand, but 4 hours, 5 hours, that is disrespectful. So Caroline came first. After Caroline, we saw MARIAM coming in, and then drama was about to start. As in, when I saw Laura walking into the event, I'm like, hey, what is going to happen here? Can we just not bring drama to Priscilla's birthday? Because even me, I wouldn't even take it from anybody. Like, this is my birthday. This is a birthday of someone that is just getting into life. So you mothers, you ladies, you women, don't bring drama to my birthday party. That was just what was ringing in my head. Then Laura comes into the event, walks in, greets Iyabo, who is her friend, or who is her friend in quotes, and then goes on to greet MARIAM. She did not even answer Caroline. Caroline too did not even answer her. Like, both of them just did as if they have never seen themselves in the world. And what do you expect, really? Because just the previous episode, they fought dirty, throwing glasses left, right, center. So you don't expect them to come now and start hugging themselves and all that. They've not spoken, they've not seen since then. So as usual, I was expecting, yes, there's going to be a little bit of drama. So Laura came, greeted MARIAM, hugged her, and then sat down for a while. After a while, she now changed to another table, spoke with someone else, and then came back again and said, oh, she had to leave, that her husband was waiting for her, which was a big lie. Nobody was waiting for her. She just needed to use that as an excuse to leave the event. Because if your husband is there, nothing stops you from bringing your husband upstairs for the event. And that was what Iyabo said. Nothing stopped you. But you know what, Laura, you're full of drama. Just go, because this is my daughter's birthday and you cannot spoil it. So Laura left, and I didn't really feel her absence, if I have to be very sincere. Then comes Chioma, and then Toyin. Toyin came in last, and we have to give an not really we have to just permit that, because she's the one that actually styled Iyabo. So you don't expect her to come almost the same time. You know how styling someone can be. You styled Iyabo, you styled the celebrant's mother, and then you have to go to your own place and then get dressed and style yourself before coming. So I would permit Toyin for coming late for this event. The whole event went well. It was a successful one. Congratulations to what's her name again, Priscilla. Happy 21st birthday. Then the next thing we see, or the next scene we see, is Toyin trying to, she called her stepfather. Stepfather is actually Shino Peters, telling Shino Peters, or pleading Shino Peters to actually collaborate with her husband so that they can perform something. You know, it's good like that. That's family business. Then next thing we see, the next thing is Chioma and Caroline. Caroline went to a building material shop. I think she just needed to buy something. She says she's into construction, so she wanted to buy some things for her construction. And then next thing is we are seeing Chioma walk in, and then Caroline is like, Chioma, this is just business, like this is just building material, you shouldn't be dressed all of that. But Chioma is classic, Chioma is bougie, so Chioma is someone that you can never catch Chioma. You can never catch Chioma not prepared, not really dressed well. That is Chioma for. And to be very sincere, let me tell you the truth, I love Chioma's dress sense. Like, I love it. I don't mind reading her wardrobe. That is just the truth. So Chioma now comes in. They get to talk about their conversation, how they want to collaborate and do business together, because Chioma was actually complaining that Caroline comes to her own office and sees what she does, but this is the first time she's actually seeing what Caroline does. And I'm wondering, that's actually true. Nobody has actually seen what Caroline does for a living. Like, we just keep hearing Caroline she's into construction, all of that. So I love that Chioma was able to detect that as a friend. And then the conversation of, okay, what's up with that whole last episode, the whole drama and all of that. Like, why would you try to put me under the bus? I told you something, doesn't mean that you have to come to the girls and now tell them that this is what I said and I was there. Like, there's some things that you shouldn't say, there's some things you should code. It's not everything that I tell you get to tell the girls, you get. So Chioma, Caroline now said, okay, it's okay, she's sorry about that and all of that. But Caroline, during Caroline's confessions, Caroline will say she does not understand why Chioma did not say anything when she brought up that conversation. But good thing is that Chioma accepted that she said that, and it's just so weird to see that everybody just saying she said that. You know, ladies, we just love she said this, she said that, and it's something else. So the next scene we see is Toyin's cultural party.
It's all about our culture, bringing style, elegance, about Lagos, Nigeria, Africa in general. And you know, when the king of all queens is hosting, it's kind of a bit different.
You have to give it to Toyin. Toyin is class. Toyin is someone that is, I don't want to call her a perfectionist because no one is perfect, but Toyin is someone that knows her job. She knows what to do, how to do it, how to deliver. Like, Toyin is just so good. And I don't know if I've said this before, I've followed Toyin for how many years now. Even when she was doing her reality TV, I have to say that Toyin was like my mentor. Like, when I saw her her building, like her whole business, I was like, how did this woman pull it through? 30-something business, and she has children, and her children also have their own business. I was really impressed. So this cultural party just had to do with celebrating Africa, and the theme of the dress code was a cultural look, more like an African look. And it was lovely to see. The dressing was fine. I also loved the whole music and all of that. But something happened. Lara came with her friend, and I have to blame Lara for this, and she actually took the blame herself. She did not tell her friend the dress code, and her friend just came like she was coming for a casual event, and she looked so odd. But all others came seriously prepared. I love their whole look, especially Caroline. Caroline dressed like a bride, a sweet looking bride. That was Caroline. Another person that dressed anyhow was Mariam, but Mariam said she wanted to give us an African look. Listen to what Mariam said.
Cultural, this thing, cultural, that. I did not want to wear cultural. I want to just give Nigeria Owambe, but not cultural Owambe.
Miriam is going to kill me, honestly. Miriam.
Then while they were having that event, things were awkward. Lara was at her own space, like she was not talking to anybody. And it was just so weird. I felt for Laura at a point in time, because see, this fight, there's a way you fight a fight and you just be alone in that fight. You cannot be fighting everybody. You want to start fighting everybody, then you should just sit down and ask yourself, am I okay? Am I alright? And I'm happy that she realized that things are actually looking awkward in from what they showed for next week. She actually had to tell the ladies that she actually feels awkward and she wants to join the ladies and all of that, but that's for next week. So the whole event was a success, and then Laura, as usual, said she had to go because she had family to take care of. I really want to understand with Laura, because at this point I think Laura is the only one that has little kids. For now, I think she's the only one. All others, the kids are all grown up. Okay, so apart from Toyin cannot leave because she's the host, you get. So Toyin is the only one that has like a baby, but apart from that, Laura has small kids, and she said she wanted to use it. She wanted to go and take care of her kids and her husband. I know that's an excuse. That is not really the main reason, but she just used this as an excuse. Let us permit her for that. Then immediately Laura left, and then Chioma has bad mouth. Chioma said it was as if an evil wind just left, and everywhere was now lively. Like it was as if the pool party that just started.
Now she gets up, she leaves early. As soon as Laura left, it's like the party began. Honestly, it was like some energy, some spirit left the building.
And I'm like, Chioma, take it easy on Laura. Like, so if you just reconcile and let us have peace. But before Laura left, they played a game, and that game had to do with whoever gets to win will get to know where they are going to. Because Tiana or Toyin said that she wants to host the ladies and they should all pack their baggages, but they don't know where they will go to. So whoever gets to win, Toyin was going to reveal where they were going to. But at the end of the day, Toyin revealed that the girls are going to Dubai. So the girls are going to Dubai. Yes, the ladies are going to Dubai. And it's going to be fun to watch. So they showed us them going to Dubai, and they were in pairs. Laura was alone. She was actually lying down in her car. She said she wasn't feeling too well. Toyin and MARIAM, those ladies are everything. Like their energy, everything, they're so pumped up, and I love them for that. Then we now see Chioma and Caroline together, and then Caroline now goes ahead to say that her bracelet was missing. Like the way she kept saying her bracelet was missing, I felt that she was trying to accuse Chioma, because it wasn't making sense. She said my bracelet is missing, and the way she was keeping her face, like she was trying to accuse Chioma of it. You know, Chioma and Caroline are no longer friends. So in my head is like, I'm thinking, is this the genesis of what caused their whole beef and all of that? So when she kept saying, oh, like her bracelet, she can't find her bracelet is worth $50,000, and it was given to her by her boyfriend.
My boyfriend gave to me on Valentine's Day. I can't find it.
And during Valentine's Day, that whole mood kind of spoiled, or that whole thing kind of spoiled the whole event, because they are going to Dubai is because of Toyin's 40th birthday, and then Caroline was not just feeling herself anymore, and it was affecting the other housewives, and Tiana was not even having that. Toyin was not having it. Toyin came and said, Toyin now in her confession said that she doesn't understand why her own 40th birthday Caroline is bringing up drama, so let us just do it. You know what, it's going to be Toyin at 40, and then Caroline's bracelet missing, you get. So at the end of the day, Iyabo, I don't know what happened. I don't know that Iyabo was saying this with a good mind, or she was just saying this because she just wanted to trash it. Then Iyabo goes ahead to say, this $50,000 bracelet you're looking for, who is it from? Is it from your ex or from your present?
Know about the bracelet. It's the emotional attachment. Yes, that's
This is
it.
still the current one of the ex. Which of the man?
I wasn't expecting that question. I want to see what Caroline's reaction will be next week. Like, my fingers are crossed. I want to see her reaction from that question, because nobody expected that question. Of all people to ask that question was Iyabo. I want to see how Caroline will take it in, because if it is Lara that asks that question, it's going to be fight. So now that Iyabo has said it, let us see how she will digest that statement. We are here for it. We are here for the Basbos that is coming up very soon. But let's talk about the 50,000 naira bracelet, or $50 bracelet. Is it true? Do you think it's actually worth $50,000?
My bracelet was about $50,000. 43K to be precise.
I really don't want to talk about Caroline's $43,000 bracelet, because Caroline, everything about Caroline is a lie.
But let's see how it goes. Next week I'm going to give you the highlight of what's going to happen next week. But next week I think Iyabo Mariam and Toyin might have a clash, because the room that was given to Mariam actually a kid's room. But let's see how it goes. Let's see how everything goes. So I'll see you all in my next video, and bye.